Decart is an AI research lab. We specialize in real-time video editing and world models. Founded in late 2023, headquartered in Tel Aviv with offices in San Francisco and New York. We have about 100 people, and as a Series B, we're backed by a lot of the leading VCs: Sequoia, Benchmark, Radical Ventures, NVIDIA, eBay Ventures, and others joining our most recent round. We also have deep technical partnership with key players like AWS, Amazon, NVIDIA, as we look at this from the ultra-optimized way to run inference on the hardware all the way to the foundational model themselves. When asked about what technologies separates Descartes apart from the video and generative AI field, we can break it down into three key things to take away from. The first being we empower a sub 40 millisecond experience or less. That's the power of live AI. And when you think about real-time video, it is a reference image, a prompt, and you're interacting with this experience. And this can be applied in many different variations. It could be in media, it can be in social, it can be in live streaming. Possibilities are endless in how you can interact. The second is that Descartes powers an infinite generative experience. Because we're a diffusion model, we have the ability to our model has the ability to say frame by frame, predict the previous environment, and continue to generate in the future. This is what separates us from other providers that focus on batch and offline opportunities. The third is that we are a cost-efficient lab. This is powered by tools that we'll talk about, like the Decart optimization stack. But the fact is that we need to make this experience cost-effective for us and cost-effective for our key clients and partners to make sure that they can run and scale this experience. And that gets us to what are the product sets of what Decart has. The first being Lucy, our real-time editing model, and we'll be launching the new version of this model 2.5 in this coming month. The second being Oasis, our world model Oasis 3. This is a key bet that Decart has in the physical AI and robotics space of how we could approach this market and really capture market share. The third, as part of what we announced in our Series B, was the Decart optimization stack. This is the tool that empowers Decart to run this experience ultra fast, ultra optimized, and to be able to provide this to other key providers in order to be able to run, TPUs, Trainium, and B200 super fast and way more efficient than other providers in this space. When asked about the use cases of our technology that is most relevant for the media industry, I think the possibilities, at least from a go-to-market perspective, are endless. If we need to break it down in terms of the key ways that we could really make that market fit, I think there's a couple of angles. The first is that real-time AI gives media broadcasters, social streamers, streaming live video platforms the ability to create a new way and a new wave of engagement with the user. Coming from, connected television, which is a lean back experience, there's new ways that you can interact. You can do character swap, you can do live in content ads, you can do product placements. These are all things that can help, the media industry capture key themes faster rather than going through the production cycle and thinking and iterating. You can iterate live using a Decart technology. I think taking it from a step there to the next step, which is when we think about broadcasting and live sports, what are other ways that fans can engage? And that scaling that fandom is really where I see this is the opportunity for Decart to come in and really build partnerships with key partners. The topic of deepfakes and usage on our platform, this is something that we take very seriously and understand the impact. What we've done here at Decart is that we've implemented an AI watermark policy. All users that come on our platform for the self-serve use case have to come in and make a case, apply as to why this watermark should be removed. And this is how we're addressing this concern. From a go-to-market perspective, we're obviously thinking about how can we partner with large organizations, build a self-serve platform in order for anyone to leverage. But we also want to make sure come at this from a safety first and make sure that users understand the experiences that they're having. When asked about energy consumption becoming a concern and what Descartes' position is on this issue and the solutions we have to address it, I think it's a beautiful question for us. I think the key reason that makes Descartes what it is the fact that we are an efficiency first lab. As I mentioned earlier, the Decart optimization stack is the answer to this solution. And you might ask why, but ultimately, the Decart optimization stack is helping companies and ourselves run inference way more efficiently and extracting all the powers out of that GPU. And what does that mean? It's that at the end of the day, is that you're using less, you're trying to be more efficient with that consumption. And that is how we're tackling this issue. And that's how we're scaling and working with large key accounts and providers like Amazon and others, is the fact that that's the secret science. That's the secret sauce of what makes Descartes what it is. We've got a lot of exciting things here at Descartes, and every day is exciting as an AI research lab. But when we think about the year ahead, I think the first thing to call out is the fact that we'll be launching Lucy 2.5 in July 15th, and super exciting, which is the next version of our editing model, which is much more hyper realistic, 720p, close to 30 frames per second. So it's a huge technological feat, pretty much a paradigm shift in how you can interact with live AI. Then, as we continue to go through the year, we're going to continue to improve that model. I think second, in the another area that we have is a virtual try-on product. As we continue to find key clients and accounts and retailers to partner with, there's only going to be more advancement on what happens from the fashion and the retail and commerce space. Third is obviously how we're going to impact the advertising space and live in-content ads and product placements, really taking this iteration and adjustment to the next level. And then the final piece really is as we continue to advance the world model frontier, how we sort of make further inroads there in Oasis 3. So super exciting times ahead. Look out for us, and always looking for more partners to join us along this journey.